Hello, everybody, beautiful souls, wherever you are. It's been a hot minute since I have been on recording a video, and I kept asking, my higher self, do I create a video? Do I create a video? And I had two that I had created, and I was hearing, don't post them, don't post them. So I'm like, okay, must be a time for me to go within. And so I did a lot of my own work for myself, for humanity, just a lot of work, in the astral realms as well. So nope, we're not going to use any cards today, even though I organized my whole cabinet over here finally, and all my beautiful cards are in there. So we're just going to do a current energies video and check in. So first of all, how are you all doing? I don't know why, but I think I've been picking up on a lot of the heaviness that people have been processing. And then maybe some of my old stuff has been like bubbling up to the surface. So if you're noticing that for yourself, just give yourself a lot of love, grace, and time to process and to heal in the ways that you know how, or maybe some new ways. I would say like moving the body. There's a lot of things that are bubbling up to the surface, almost like they're boiling. So imagine if it's like heat trying to burn through things. How can you get that out of your body, mind, soul, spirit fast enough to just really heal, move on, grow, expand, and allow for those different aspects? It was about 2 weeks ago, too, that I saw some more expansion opportunities for us too, and just more of us becoming whole and complete in who we are, letting go of shadows or older aspects of us or other lifetimes or whatever it might be. There's a lot swirling around in the universe right now. So giving yourself lots of grace and time to just heal is really important. So I see that across the board when I'm working with clients as well. And a lot of the healing videos I do in my community as well are often catered to that. I don't know if that's the right word, but they are catering to the energies that we need mostly as a collective. So that's how we tune into that in our group. So right now I'm feeling really strongly to send you the frequencies of Palo Santo. I also use the actual wood itself, but the Palo Santo essential oil is just really cleansing and purifying. So I'm just gonna like cover my large antenna, my hair, known as my hair, with Palo Santo today. It's also just a really great cousin to frankincense, so it's very calming, but it purifies the air, does a lot of good. So if you feel like your aura might be really sticky, I am seeing a lot of that for people, like just other energies kind of trying to crouch in and just, just kind of like muddied up aura energy. So it's not really attaching to you per se. If it is, ask for any hooks, cords, attachments, etc. to be cleared, of course. But otherwise, let's just keep the aura cleansed and cleared. So let's think of a mantra right now of what would be good to say. If you feel like stuck or heavy or just things are closing in on you, maybe that's a good word. Just make sure you're grounded. Ask to be grounded, or maybe for outside, just stick your feet in the ground and allow for sunshine to hit your face. And then ask for your aura, anything that is not a part of you in your aura, to be cleansed and cleared for good. And then allow for a shield of protection around you so that you're not soaking in anybody else's energy. I think that's really good right now. So, and sometimes the aura can extend out too far, or sometimes it comes so close in, but ask for the optimal balance of size of your aura too, which can shift in different environments. So just give that space if it is meant to be. This is just a quick check-in. So let's see what else I'm tuning into here for the current energies. So now that we're grounded, now that we're cleansed and cleared, now that we feel more like we are in our own power, in our own space, what else is coming in for us to talk about for current energies? The word that was coming in, someone else said, was that, some of us might be flailing. There's just been a lot that's been happening, and I'll share some personal experiences. Um, I like my quiet, peaceful life. I, I don't create chaos in my environment, even though I'm raising teenagers. I just like it to be steady, creative, go with the flow, easygoing kind of energy. Well, I've had some stressors, just like nudging me to like, how are you going to respond? How are you going to respond to this one? I mean, ants have moved into my garage. I don't like bugs at all. Miller moths freak me out. Thankfully, it's not those, but there's something about these like this army of ants that moved in that's still there, mind you, 2 weeks later, and I've been doing everything I can to clean it out. I've even resorted to bait because it was so bad. I moved a freezer out. I've done everything I can think of, and they're still there. So, giving myself a lot of grace and love and just kindness without overdoing it and going, oh, I've got to take care of this right now, or else I'll ask my higher self, do you want me to do anything about it today? No. They kind of swarm in the morning and then they're mostly gone into their little nest at night. So I haven't gone out there today. And that's fine. So I'm just letting it go, letting it go. But what I'm meant to do in the moment, that's the key thing for me. It's like in the moment, I ask, what do I do with this? And then I had another little disruption too, which thankfully was not major, although it could have been. I'm driving home and I live up against the mountains, not in the mountains, but as you're going into the mountains. I'm driving towards the mountains and the sun is setting. It's pretty much down. It's like 8:30. So it's over the mountains for sure. Driving next to this big truck next to me. Well, the truck, I didn't see this happen. It was almost like it jumped out of nowhere. The truck hit a small deer. And the deer, according to a friend, based on the deer's response, was euthanized right away. I'm trying to use nice words here. But it was tumbling towards my car because I was just maybe just like a little bit behind this other car here next to me, but I couldn't avoid it. I was swerving, but it was following me and it went under my car too. Thankfully, my car it might have, I don't know if it affected the structure of it, but it doesn't feel like anything's bad. The bumper was separating like this much. No leakages, no scratches, no dents, nothing. But of course, the three of us in the car, my daughters and I, were like, what just happened? So lots of those sorts of things happening. It's just very weird. It's almost like, and I was picking up a lot of parallel energies for, that situation, but also working with clients, a lot of different energies trying to sneak in that way. So, however that relates to your own life, take it for what you will. I feel like I was supposed to share that for a reason. So, whatever that is meant to be for you, just let it be. But again, how are you going to respond? So, I was shaken. Yes. So, what did I do about it? Really nothing except for just breathe it out that night. And then, okay, now I got to take action. Do I call the insurance? Do I have the car looked at? I already had an appointment for my car that weekend. So, anyway, that you don't need to hear all those details, but it was like, well, that's fortuitous. So anyway, yeah, it is what it is. So it's part of this experience, part of what I was meant to go through for that. And I don't think that was meant to be avoided. So taking that I'm grateful that it was only what it was and nothing more. And I think because I was feeling a lot of the heaviness in the last week for humanity, moving into the gratitude was really important. So that's where we're headed next in this video. Gratitude. I don't have my essential oil called Gratitude next to me, but it's a beautiful one. There's not one that's similar here. Anyway, so moving into the space of gratitude, even when, things in the world have been delayed, even though this happened or that happened, or even though this is happening with my kids or whatever is going on, just like, I'm grateful to be here right now in this moment in my power and to have experienced everything I've experienced up to this point to allow for a stronger me, a more integrated whole version of me, the more authentic me. All these things have worked together to create the whole version of me in this lifetime. And my soul obviously has had more experiences with these things called expansion and learning and all of this, but somehow we're doing some of that over again, right? So, but it's almost like muscle memory in some ways, like remembering how to ride a bike. Almost. Not exactly. Okay. So, does that resonate with anybody? Comment below if it does. If it doesn't, that's okay. You might not be listening at this point anyway. Okay. Is there anything else that my higher self would like to share about the current energies? No? Is there any guidance to share? Yes. Okay. So what do we need to know for guidance from here on out? Or whenever you're seeing this video, what is the guidance we need from God Source Creator? I've got some client notes in front of me. And so the words I looked down at was calm the mind. So that is a message here. Calm the mind. Because, I obviously could have been like, we've got to do this and this and this and this and this, and I've got to take care of it right now. That's the old version of me, right? Having to deal with my car and and the ants. But I literally couldn't do some of the aspects of the ants because I couldn't move the freezer by myself. So I had to let it go. I had to just let it go, calm the mind. So we're moving back into that surrender space as well. Surrender, well, I think maybe those could be interchangeable. Calm the mind, surrender. Whichever one comes first, it doesn't matter. Do some tapping, do some breathing, do whatever you need to do to help your mind just sit down and go, okay, let's take a few steps back and look at the situation from a spiritual, ascended 5D point of view. How do we need to respond to this? Some stuff's got to get taken care of. Yeah. I still change the oil in my car. It's very 3D, right? So little things like that. But what is in this moment? What do we need right now? Let it go. And as soon as we let it go fully, that we feel it just out there instead of like stress, 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 then the answer comes. Then the guidance, then the physical manifested thing, then whatever is meant to come in from whatever you're surrendering can come in. Sometimes that's right away. Sometimes that's in divine timing. Okay. I think that's the message. That's it. If you're seeing this at the very end, I'm sending you so much love as usual. And if you're struggling and would like to connect with people, find some people to connect to, check out my Patreon community and the links below. I also offer sessions for guidance as well and healing. So whatever you need, just find what works best for you. And hopefully we'll chat soon. Hopefully I'll put out those ascension codes soon too. I've got them ready to go. We'll talk soon. Lots of love.